Yesterday we finally got some decent weather here in Scotland. The 30-mile-per-hour winds that we've been having for weeks finally died down, so the macro quad had its maiden flight and it went really well. So the build that you saw in the previous videos and which I flew yesterday was just a quick and dirty build using parts I already had and which were easy to put together, hence using a Mamba stack because it's so quick and easy to set up. But now that I know that the thing works, I'm going to sort of strip it down and rebuild it with some more appropriate components and spend a bit more time thinking about wire management and not stuffing wires through holes where they're going to rub against carbon and that sort of thing. I'm actually going to be replacing the whole stack, so both the flight controller and the Form 1 ESC is being replaced, and that's mainly because the Form 1 ESC, the F40 on the basic F405 Mark II Mamba stack is only a BL Heli S ESC. Which means it can't do RPM filtering unless you mess around flashing different firmwares and that sort of thing, which I'm sure works fine, but I figured why bother messing around with that when I already have 8 of these things spare. These are Racer Star PGA 40, which are BL Heli 32 ESCs. I bought a pack of 8 of these on discount when I needed 6 for one of my Arducopter Hex Y6 builds. Also from one of my Arducopter builds I've got several of these Matek, what are these? FC Hub 6S or something. This is the one that has both 5 and 10 volt regulators, current sensor, and it has a ribbon cable connector which connects it to the F405 STD. Again, I've got several of these spare from Arducopter builds. For the ESCs I've designed and printed some little holders. They fit better once there's actually heat shrink around them. They're a bit loose at the moment. One ESC ready to go. And that should fit nicely into. Okay, it turns out I had actually printed the wrong file. That I've done the new one now, and so the ESC actually sits straight and flush the whole way along. Right, so I'm going to work on the rest of the ESCs then. 3 more to go. Okay, we've got all 4 motors, ESCs, etc. all wired up to the PDB, including the signal wires and the signal ground wires going through the PDB as well. So we've got 4 motors on the 4 corners. Luckily the positive and negative wires for the ESCs are the correct way around on the PDB corners, so the wires don't have to cross over where they come out of the ESCs. Just do a quick power on test now, just to check that all 4 motors beep as they should. I should be able to fit these on without them touching the carbon underneath. That should be okay. What are we on? 16.8, 400 milliamps. Felt that one. And that's good. And we'll just check that both of our regulators are working. 10 volt is apparently 4.8 volts. That's because I'm probing wrong. Let's try this. There we go, that's 10 volts. That's 5 volts. 1679, perfect. Okay, happy days.